The abundance mindset. I think sometimes people like shy from that phrase because it seems too spiritual. So for those people, uh, like a parallel process is the growth mindset. So abundance and scarcity can also be framed as fixed growth mindset and fixed mindset for the people who feel a little bit more comfortable with that language. But I intentionally chose abundance versus scarcity because scarcity is a huge trigger for toxic productivity. Scarcity, whether real or imagined, activates the fear center for us.
Yeah, scarcity. You
And
talked about this of friends, of finances.
time,
Yeah, time.
energy, love, acceptance, right? Belonging. If we feel like there is a scarcity of that, it activates fear immediately. And then that fear becomes a false sense of urgency. Now we're like, oh, I got to do this right now. I have to say yes. I have to go on all the dates. Like, I have to do everything for my mom to love me so that she doesn't love my brother more, right? And these are not conscious mechanisms. These are very unconscious mechanisms. So I think stepping into the abundance mindset is really important. And for me in the beginning, it was very vague. It felt too inaccessible for me because I am not very particularly well trained in like spiritual meditation, even though it comes from that science. So I had to make it really concrete for myself. I had to really make it, actionable for myself, and that's what I share in the book because it would have been unfair for me to talk about it from a different perspective. And abundance to me looks like stepping into your rational mind. It is an irrational thought to think that there's not enough that will happen for you because we don't have the data points. Let's say me right now, it would be irrational for me to say I'm never going to write another book because that's not real. It's 50% true, it's 50% false, right? So tapping into that kind of rational thinking, reframing the negative thoughts, replacing it with more balanced rational thoughts and statements, it's very much rooted in like cognitive behavior therapy, so it's very actionable. um, so that's what I would ask is, can you get into the mind of fact checking the thoughts that are coming up for you? And that's we fact check people all the time, whether it's on the news or social media, celebrities. Fact check yourself. The moment you have a negative thought, stop and say, is this true? What's the evidence for it? What's the evidence against it? And then kind of move from there. Get in this habit of examining your thoughts. A lot of times we think that our thoughts are true and we think that our feelings are facts. Our thoughts are not always true and our feelings are not facts. So just getting in the habit of questioning yourself is helpful.